All right, Kelsey Grammer recounting his sister Karen's horrific murder when she was just 18 years old in his brand new book. It's called Karen, A Brother Remembers.
Well, Grammer paying tribute to his late sister nearly 50 years after her tragic death.
And the great Kelsey Grammer joins us now. Sir, thanks so much for joining the program.
Thank
you.
You said it took you 3 years to write this
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
It was painful, huh?
It was very difficult, very challenging. There were times when I'd talk about it in the postscript, basically, where I say I would disappear down a sadness I couldn't shake, and that would happen quite a bit. And then, my wife was extraordinary during this time because for almost 3 years, basically, she would realize I needed to kind of get pulled back out once in a while. She'd say, "You got to come and spend a little time with us a little bit, and come out of it for a while." And then when I finished the book finally, and I turned to her and I said, type the last word. I went, "I'm finished." And she looked at me and she said, "I've missed you."
Aww.
But she gave me the space to do it, which was extraordinary. She really was
supporting,
an
loving
amazing
wife.
partner in that way, and a great mom, but a great wife. So.
Kelsey, you write about your sister's death, but in doing my research yesterday, I am in tears in my bed last night watching interviews with you talk about the death of your sister, but also you lost your grandfather who raised you. That was difficult for you. You lost your dad who was murdered in 1968 when you were in your 20s. Your two half-brothers, they were scuba diving down in the Caribbean and they lost their lives in a shark attack, and then
Yeah.
you lost your sister.
Yeah. Well,
Sister
Karen was first.
Okay.
The boys were later.
How do you get through this tragedy?
Just one foot in front of the other. Just keep going because quitting's not an option. It's really that. And also it's some people in these interviews that I've done this last week or two have asked, did you ever consider just, offing yourself? Did you ever consider just leaving it behind? And I said that would be a dishonor to the lives that I'd lost. Because they wanted to live. My sister wanted to live. She fought to her last breath to stay alive. And to do something myself would have been just the wrong thing. You got to stay in it. And there's no reason to ever quit.
You did recount her last moments in detail. I've read the excerpts from it a couple of days ago, and now even before the book came out. Was that hard for you to redo that, and knowing that there was still a chance maybe to save her as she found her way to the doorstep of somebody, and you would think that person would take her in and try to help her out, but what happened?
Yeah, I had come up with some sort of Good Samaritan sort of fantasies about this last person who saw Karen and was with her, but he didn't do a thing. I only found that out through the police report that I finally read. I was advised I probably shouldn't read it. It was 700 pages long, and I thought, in my search to find everything, to find the entire story, I had to read it. The DA, who was still sort of attached to the case, Jim Bentley, wonderful guy, said, maybe you should have somebody else read this. And I thought, but it's not my right to inflict that on some other person. This is my journey with my sister, and I had to get it done. I shared some of the graphic details only because the hope of the book is to inspire and to comfort other people, to search for the goodness that they had with those people who are gone. A lot of people have suffered worse than I have, have been through more things than I have. And I had to have a kind of credential, I guess, a believable story that would invite those people in and say, yeah, that's like what we know.
But you
Kelsey,
forgive his murder? You forgive the murderer?
On a human level, I do. On a spiritual level, I try to. The brother in me.
But he's been denied.
Is hurt.
He's been denied parole 4 times. He's serving a life sentence. Tell us what happened to your sister, because a lot of people don't know the details.
Yeah, she was abducted one night from behind the Red Lobster where she worked. She was waiting for some friends to come out. It was around 11 o'clock, and these guys went into the front door and decided they were going to rob the place. Then they came out. And actually, no, they did not come out. They went in after they took her. They showed up behind the Red Lobster. They had a gun in their belt. They pointed at the gun and said, "Come with us." She said, "For what?" Which I love about. When I heard that, I read that in the police report, and I thought, that's Karen all over. That's the way she always was. Yeah, for what? She was always like the brave one. It was amazing. And they took her and they tied her up, put her in the car with the fellow who ended up killing her. And then they went inside the Red Lobster and for some reason did not rob it. There was a kid in there or something. They said that they thought, oh, we've been made. Let's get out of here. So then they took Karen.
And it's just a tragic story, deeply personal. You say everyone struggles with some type of grief or anything, but not many people have to struggle with the grief and then perform for everyone, which is what you've been doing for years.
Yeah.
You were carrying all of this that you put in this book while still keeping us entertained. How difficult was that?
Well, it's who I am. I'm a kind of an optimist, and I'm a bit of a jokester, and I have deep human sort of emotion, and I love life, so I want to continue that. And my story is to do that, you know, sort of hold my heart and reach out and give it to people. That's kind of what I do. So, and that's to make people laugh is even better. I mean, because if you can put some of this stuff aside and focus on something that gives you a lift, you know, that's my job.
And it helped that you were a therapist on television. So
Well,
you
of
could
course,
analyze
yes,
yourself.
of course it did.
Absolutely. So you also love history, and you're doing an unbelievable job on the history series you have. We're looking at 1775 now.
Yes.
Lexington and Concord.
Lexington and Concord.
And I interviewed you on the radio about NTV.
And
about
thank you
it.
for that.
And it was awesome when you went through it. You loved it. What should everyone know about Lexington and Concord?
Well, it's really when the war started. It's really the shot heard around the world. I mean, I don't know whose shot is they think
still don't
was the
know.
one that was heard, but maybe it was the one the Brits fired first, or maybe it was the ones the Americans fired the second time they met, which was about several hours later, when they had assembled by virtue of this system they put in place called the Minutemen, which is an extraordinary response system, which I think is probably the foundational cause behind the Second Amendment, where they showed up and said, "You just killed some of our guys. You've had it."
We're taking
And
your guns.
That's
and
when it
taking your
happened.
gunpowder.
Yeah, right.
And they want to get it back.
They did.
I think we have a
Got a
clip of
preview.
it.
Oh, we do. Oh, I haven't
Yes, sir.
actually watched it.
With your permission, can we roll? it?
Please.
Okay.
Massachusetts colonists begin preparing to defend themselves. Unwilling to wait for the Continental Congress to come to the rescue. The powder alarm brings the conflict in and around Boston one step closer to an explosion. One that's been building for years. But how could a bunch of citizen farmers in Massachusetts take on the armed forces of Great Britain, the global superpower of the day?
Oh,
What did you ask him?
I said, did you memorize that? Because they're so great at memorizing these actors. But
There's a certain skill to like reading off the monitor that you have to kind of like
Oh, yeah.
and sort of it's still played at the camera. Look past the monitor. But you
know-
guys know about that.
You know what I love too is like the British had no idea what they were getting into, but they should have known after Bunker Hill, Breeds Hill, and what happened at Concord that we're in for keeps.
Yeah.
And that's what you get across.
That's it. I mean, that's really when the war started. It's such a dynamic thing. I think of my mind goes to the Englishmen that were in the British Army
Right.
at the time, and really thought, oh, maybe we've really stepped in it.
And you did.
You know, and they did.
Don't give up how the war ends. But
I won't. I
Okay,
mean,
good.
yeah.
All right, but do pick up this
Yes.
book.
Yep.
Kelsey's new book, it's called Karen, A Brother Remembers. It's out now. It's available everywhere. Today's Tuesday, so the book came out today. Catch him also hosting this brand new series called Blood on the Bridge, The Battle of Lexington and Concord. It's exclusively on Fox Nation.
Thanks, Kelsey.
Thank
Great
you
to
so
see you.
much.
Thanks for telling your
Thank
story.
God bless you.
It's been a
Thanks for
pleasure.
sharing
Thank
your
you.
story.
Likewise. Good to see you, man.
All right, then this.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.